In today's Reddit story, my fiancée's phone lit up with a message. Last night was unreal. Can't wait for round 2. She snatched it and said, "Babe, it's a stupid inside joke. Don't freak out." So I played along. This morning, she came home to find the locks changed and a screenshot of the text taped to the door. Now she's crying at my job. I never planned on checking her phone. It just happened. We were sitting on the couch, a normal night, watching a show neither of us cared about. Her phone was face up on the coffee table. Then it lit up. A preview of a message popped up. "Last night was unreal. Can't wait for round 2. My body went still. My first thought? Spam message. Wrong number. Some mistake. Then I saw the name. Nathan. I wasn't familiar with a Nathan, but she was. Because before I could even react, she lunged forward and grabbed the phone so fast she nearly knocked over her drink. Her face said everything. Panic. Her eyes darted to me, her grip on the phone tightening like it was her lifeline. Then she forced a smile, one that didn't reach her eyes. "Babe, don't freak out." She let out a small laugh, too casual. "It's a stupid inside joke. Nothing serious." Inside joke. Nothing serious. That's what she said. But her knuckles were white around the phone, and she wouldn't stop staring at me, gauging my reaction. I could feel my heartbeat in my ears. I had 2 options. Option 1, get angry, demand answers, start a fight. Option 2, play dumb. Let her think she got away with it. I chose option 2. I leaned back, forcing a chuckle. "Oh, okay." Her shoulders relaxed immediately. She bought it. And that was the moment she lost. Because while she slept peacefully that night, thinking I was a fool, I was already planning to tear her entire world apart. Sienna thought she got away with it. That was her mistake. The next morning, she acted like nothing happened. She kissed me before heading to work, told me she loved me. She even hummed to herself as she walked out the door. She was too comfortable, too sure that I'd never question her. But me? I was already 10 steps ahead. I waited until I heard her car pull out of the driveway. Then, I grabbed her old iPad. She never used it, left it collecting dust in the closet. But I remembered something important. She once told me, "All my Apple devices are synced." I held my breath as I powered it on. The moment it booted up, her messages loaded instantly. And just like that, the floodgates opened. What I found in the messages, Nathan wasn't just some random guy, he was her coworker. Their entire relationship was there in black and white. Months of messages, photos, voicemails, her telling him that she was working late when she was really at his place. Her calling me a safety net. Her saying she was keeping me around until she was sure Nathan was serious. My hands clenched around the iPad. I knew she had betrayed me. But seeing it spelled out like that, seeing her mock me, laugh about me, that was a different kind of pain. A different kind of rage. But I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to cry. I was going to destroy her. Revenge wasn't just about payback. It was about timing. Sienna had a routine. Every Thursday night, she went out for work drinks. Said it was networking. But now I knew better. So this time, I told her, "Have fun, babe. Don't wait up for me." And while she was gone, I changed everything. At exactly 7:15 p.m., I had a locksmith at the house. By 8 p.m., every lock was changed. By 8:30 p.m., I was packing her things. Clothes, shoes, makeup, every little thing she had ever left in my home. I wasn't dumping them. I was delivering them. By 9 p.m., her bags were neatly placed outside the door. And taped right above them? A single sheet of paper. A screenshot of the message that started it all. "Last night was unreal. Can't wait for round 2. By the time she came home, I was already parked across the street. I watched as she pulled into the driveway, completely oblivious. Then she got out, walked up the steps, saw the bags, stopped. I could see her confusion first. Then, as she took in the screenshot taped to the door, confusion turned into pure panic. She dropped her purse, fumbled for her phone, started frantically calling me. My phone buzzed in my lap. I didn't pick up. She tried again. Then the text started. "Matthew, what is this? Why are my things outside? Babe, please answer me. I can explain. Matthew, please, this isn't funny." I watched from my car as she banged on the door, tried the locks, realized they were changed. Her panic was setting in fast. She wasn't just locked out, she was shut out. Her world was crumbling. And me, I just sat back and enjoyed the show. Sienna was still outside, pacing back and forth, trying to call me over and over. I let my phone buzz, let the messages pile up, because I wasn't done yet. Locking her out was just the first strike. Now, it was time to make sure everyone else knew exactly who she was. Step 1, telling her friends. Sienna loved her image, loved being the center of attention. She had carefully curated her life, made sure her friends saw her as the perfect girlfriend, the one who was so lucky to have such a loving, loyal fiancé. So, I decided to correct the record. I pulled up a group chat, one she had with her closest friends. Took a deep breath, then sent the first message. Me, "Hey everyone, just wanted to clear something up. Sienna won't be moving forward with the wedding anymore. Turns out she's been seeing someone else for months. Here's some proof." And then, I dropped the screenshots. The text that started it all. Messages where she laughed about keeping me as a backup plan. Her telling Nathan, "Ugh, I hate pretending with him, at least you make it fun." I watched as the little typing bubbles appeared. Then the responses came flooding in. Megan, are you serious? Jake, dude, I had no idea. I'm so sorry, man. Rachel, what a disgusting human being. Blocked. Lisa, oh my God, I can't believe I defended her. I'm so sorry, Matthew. Within 5 minutes, she had lost her entire social circle, and she didn't even know it yet. Step 2. Letting her family know I wasn't stopping at her friends. Her parents? They needed to know too. I kept it short and simple. Hey, Mrs. Paul, I just wanted to let you know that Sienna won't be needing that wedding dress anymore. She's been cheating on me for months. Just figured you should hear it from me before you spend more money on the wedding. 3 minutes later, my phone rang. Her mom. I let it go to voicemail because Sienna wasn't my problem anymore. Sienna worked at a high-end marketing firm, a company where reputation was everything. And guess who she was cheating with? A married coworker. I had proof, and the next morning, I used it. I sent an anonymous email to HR. Subject, inappropriate workplace relationship, urgent. To whom it may concern, I'm reaching out anonymously to inform you that 2 employees at your firm, Sienna Paul and Nathan Miller, have been engaging in an inappropriate relationship that violates your company's workplace conduct policy. Please see the attached screenshots. I thought you should be aware before this becomes a bigger issue. Attached, all the proof they needed. Within hours, Nathan was fired. And Sienna? She wasn't fired immediately. But let's just say, being the woman who gets caught having an affair with a married coworker? Not great for career growth. By mid-afternoon, Sienna was desperate. Her life was falling apart in real time. And she needed someone to blame. So she came to my job, stormed past the receptionist, her voice cut through the entire office. Matthew, we need to talk. People stopped what they were doing, heads turned. I stood up slowly, arms crossed, completely calm. I'm at work, Sienna. You shouldn't be here. She was unraveling. Tears in her eyes, mascara smudged. She looked nothing like the confident woman she was 2 days ago. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you trying to ruin my life? I let out a slow breath, then I shook my head. I didn't ruin your life, Sienna. You did. I just let everyone see the truth. Her voice broke. Matthew, please, I can fix this. I tilted my head, studying her. Then I turned around, walked back to my desk and sat down. Go home, Sienna. Oh wait, you don't have one. Then I opened my laptop, and just like that, I got back to work. Sienna, she just stood there, staring, crumbling. And then, she left, for good.